killen som är inne nu.
Alright, hello and good evening everybody. And welcome to Weekly Gaming News with Wall and Koga. And
Oh my.
thank you for the follow there, the real boy Troy. How are you doing
Real
tonight?
voice Troy. Oh, ain't that something?
I think so. Well, at least. Alright, I read the name quite fast. So, let me just set this up as well. Wrong one. Hello, Efficiency Y. So, there we go.
Let's do this then.
Alright. So, recap of this week. There hasn't been done a lot. I played more of Reynolds Monday, and not much more has been done due to I haven't been able to stream during the week because of a lot of different things. So, otherwise, we're still going ahead with City Build, probably starting up that again next week. Otherwise, there hasn't been a lot going on.
Oh my.
I haven't finished Reynolds Monday yet either, so I'm aiming to do that next week. Alright, so, that's it for the recap. So, we'll start going over to the news of the gaming world. So, the first article that we have is Fantasy Legends, Yiku no Shishua and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius announced, with some new screenshots as well. But Square Enix just announced during an event in Tokyo 2 new games belonging to the Final Fantasy franchise, even if unfortunately they're for smartphones.
Aww.
Final Fantasy Legends, Yiku no Shishua, the Final Fantasy Legends The Space-Time Crystal, will be directed by Takashi Tokita, who co-directed Chrono Trigger and directed Parasite Eve. That's a great game, by the way.
Ooh.
And will be based on the concept of travel across space and time. It will be a full-fledged JRPG set to inherited legend of Final Fantasy. The game's score will be composed by Final Fantasy 11, 13-2 and Lightning Return Final Fantasy 13 composer Naoshi Mizuta. Final Fantasy Brave Exvius will be another full-fledged JRPG with a deep story and diverse characters. It will be directed by Brave Frontier producer Hitsutaka Hayakashi, but despite the Brave in the name, it won't have anything in common with Hayakashi-san's previous work, but will be firmly set in the Final Fantasy style. Yakushi Amano will also be involved in the project, as you can easily note from his illustrations below, even if the full extent of his involvement hasn't been disclosed. Both games will be released for iOS and Android in Japan 2015. They will also be free to play with optional in-app purchases. In addition to those, Square Enix will also announce that the free Final Fantasy Portal app, it will be broadcasted to the latest information about the series and include Final Fantasy VIII's Triple Triad as a free minigame. It will also interact with the same game that will be included in the Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn, even no further details has been provided. Below you can see the first screenshots, logos and artworks released by the publisher. Let's see then. So, Final Fantasy Legends.
Well, as long as they're good.
That looks nice enough, at least. And this is for the Brave. It looks like Final Fantasy at least.
Let us take a look. What was the name you said, sir?
Final Fantasy Legends, Yiku no Shishua and Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. Also Final Fantasy Portal app. I can send you a link to the article if you want.
I have it now.
Okay. Alright, but yeah, I think it looks nice enough. I'm actually looking forward to trying it as it's an Android game. Will probably be released 2016 around here. Usually takes a year for these games to get sent over.
Yeah.
But yeah, impressive enough. Good that they're actually making games for other things. But people are so negative in the comments though about it being for smartphones.
Well, of course.
I mean, most people actually have a smartphone. And you can actually make quite a lot of good games on smartphones. I don't know. I think people are being too negative about it. I mean, people were ecstatic when they released Final Fantasy 3, was it? For smartphones. Alright, next one up is Grand Theft Auto 5's first-person violence is sure to cause controversy.
Come on!
GTA 5's violence looks a lot more unsettling in first person. Grand Theft Auto... Yes? What? It's definitely one of the articles that has to be in this. Grand Theft Auto 5's new first-person viewpoint on the PS4, Xbox One and PC remaster of the game looks to be much more than just a gimmick, with footage of the new mode circulating on the internet showing that not only does it make GTA 5 look a lot better, but it also fundamentally changes its gameplay as it translates both on-foot and driving segments of the game. However, the GTA series' comical level of the over-the-top violence is somewhat uncomfortable to witness when you're misplaced the shoes of the game's free protagonist. Several NeoGAF members have noted how the game's new perspective may make the violence a little too much, with some of the wanton acts violence you can perform on innocents in the open world game being less ludicrous and more. Well, take a look. Okay, let's see it then. Let's open up in a new tab. Let's zoom it in so we can see it.
And that will be a problem. Why?
I know.
The people demand it.
Oh, you just went right ahead and stabbed that woman in the back and then in the stomach. Oh well, highly impressive. Highly controversy. Still doesn't match Postal's gameplay.
Yeah, true.
Personally, the new first-person perspective has me looking forward to GTA 5 all over again, even though I usually have made a reservation about the remaster edition of recent games. With that being said, it's easy to predict that the swaths of protesters who wrongly claim that video games somehow causes the violence are going to have a field day with this, because, let's be honest, when this footage taken out of context of GTA's ludicrous world, it does look more than a little warped. I guess all we can do is sit back and wait for the first real-life crime that GTA 5 would no doubt be linked with. Ah, very true. There's another GIF here as well. Let's see it. I mean, come on. There's nothing weird about this. It's GTA.
Yeah.
I know. People are just stupid as well. Any comments? You see that M rating on the box? Be a responsible parent, not an issue. Well said. Unfortunately, some people don't even notice M rating label or even buy their kids' games anymore. I can honestly say that I've been to a game shop, Best Buy or Walmart a few times and notice they don't even bother to ask these kids if their parents are there, any form of ID, or are with anyone over 18 who's allowed to purchase these games. No, very true. No one really cares.
So true.
Alright, next one up is This War of Mine. Developer gives pirates free copy of the game. If you can't buy it, it's okay.
It's okay, sir.
11-bit Studios responds to pirates giving away their game for free illegally by giving away their game for free legally. This War of Mine developer 11-bit Studios is giving away free copies of the game to those who illegally download it on the Pirate Bay. PC game is blighted by piracy, but 11-bit Studios complemented that rather unique way of attempting to combat it. Taking the comment section to a thread distributing the game for free, the studio wrote, "It's Carol from 11-bit Studios, the developer of This War of Mine. We're really happy to hear that you like our game. They proved that spending 2 years on it was worth it. I would like to say thank you to everyone who decides to buy the game and support us. Because of that, we'll be able to develop the War of Mine further and create even better games in the future. If because of some reason you can't buy the game, it's okay. We know life, and we know that just sometimes it's not possible. Here are some codes for the Steam copy of the game, so some of you can take a look at it. And if you like the game after spending a few hours in, then just spread the word and you'll help us a lot. Piracy is a huge threat to wider game creators, particularly to independent developers, but 11-bit Studios' comments are sure to give those who are looking to pirate games some food for thought. There are real people behind those games, and they put time and money and effort into them, which they deserve to be rewarded for. Fortunately, this War of Mine is receiving some great reviews, and is attracting a lot of attention, so Carol and the rest of 11-bit can likely find themselves in good fortune soon enough. And Sal writes, Earth, Sandas.
I second to that, sir.
Yes, I do too. Alright, but that's one way to battle it, actually.
Yeah.
I believe they get more people buying it by doing that than actually just going out and trying to stop the torrents being out and speaking out towards pirators that are bad people.
Yeah.
I think this is something they win on.
In the long run.
Definitely. Alright, next up is Dragon Age Inquisition, crack delayed by Denuvo and modding not in danger. Dragon Age Inquisition is launching today on the United States of America and Russia. However, a piracy leak has been running around the internet for several days now. As usual, the issue is with the crack. Apparently, crackers are having a hard time breaking through the code due to new technical protection measures implemented by BioWare in Electronic Arts games. Inquisition PC version uses a unique and original online activation process called Denuvo, an anti-tamper technology that prevents the debugging, reverse engineering, and changing of executable files. The whole objective with Denuvo is to stop illegal bypassing DRM platforms such as Steam and Origin. It is known that piracy can't be stopped in all its extent, but it can be delayed, at least in the first days or weeks as title released. But Denuvo doesn't simply block piracy, it can also barricade the process of modding, which is making players upset. BioWare has already published an official statement claiming that modding is surely not in danger. Denuvo is an anti-tamper on executable. This has nothing to do with mods or attempts to change textures or anything like that. If someone's mod is going to be based on modifying the executable, then yeah, that won't work. If the mod is based on game data, that has nothing to do with the anti-tamper system. Inquisition's stance against piracy is causing a huge polemic among gamers, mostly because Denuvo has a twisted reputation when it comes to games fluidity and performance. On the other hand, crackers are not about to give up. Popular piracy groups like Skid Row and 3DM Game are looking forward to publish a working crack anytime soon. Now the question is, how long will Denuvo last against the ferocity of crackers, or could this prove to be the method all publishers and developers were looking for to stop piracy in gaming? Well, I don't really care about the crack, but it's good that it won't affect the modding community.
Yeah, true.
That's the most important part.
I like it how we can't stop piracy.
You can't.
No. Finally they realize, but
They can delay it.
Yeah, they can delay it a bit. But I like it how we can't stop this.
No.
You shouldn't.
No, it's basically impossible. I mean, you have with making a game, you have 3,000 people or something around in the end that has been with there doing it, and with making a crack, which basically is just unlocking the game, there are, I don't know, 5,000 people around the world doing it at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're kind of
just deal with it.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, if you can delay it, or if actually people could get a really good code of honor that to not crack a game before it has been out for about a week or two, that would actually be a good thing. I mean, people who like the games actually buy them, and people who are interested in the games usually buy them.
Yeah.
The people who just don't give a shit, they usually crack it.
Yeah. But even you and me, we buy games.
Yeah, we do actually.
We do.
There was a time when you were poor and a student when it happened, maybe.
Well, it still happens sometimes, but not as much anymore.
Exactly. Alright, next one up is Ubisoft says Assassin's Creed Unity is broken. Assassin's Creed Unity has been crashing for many gamers in the main menu. Now Ubisoft is saying that by ignoring basic game features you may be able to play the title. What? Okay, that might be a bit drastic, but we now entered into the realm of silliness. Assassin's Creed Unity has been a buggy and incompatible experience since it was launched to consumers. Now, addressing the crashing issues that the game has seen, Ubisoft has said that the game is so basic, it begs the question why the game was even launched. There has been significant crashing issues for Assassin's Creed Unity on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC. All three platforms have suffered from the game locking and failing considerably. Now Ubisoft is saying that you can't use one of the game's basic social features. Through the live update, Ubisoft writes, "We have discovered that one of the issues may cause the game to crash at the main menu after pressing the continue button. This issue affects all platforms." Ubisoft goes on to say that if you add any recent players to the game contact session, you could experience the crashing issues, and that if you already have anyone in the game contact session, you should delete them. Following this instruction, Ubisoft believes that you should be able to get beyond the main menu without crashing. This is sad, ridiculous, and even somewhat comical. Sure, a lot of games had a rocky launches this year, but gives most of the credit being in regards to an online matchmaking component. Ubisoft has fallen flat on their face with the launch of Assassin's Creed Unity. At this point, it's hard to decipher whether or not the game is worth holding out for here. Between the gameplay problems and the bug through, and now issues like complete crashing due to simple features not working, Ubisoft should be questioning what $60 product they pushed out. Now, this isn't going to put the Assassin's Creed franchise in a good light anytime soon. Well, that sucks.
Yes. That's why you don't buy the game at the release.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting.
Yes.
Right, that's a real sad article actually. Disappointment in Ubisoft. The releases for Assassin's Creed so far had actually been good, but this one is just crap.
Oh, I'm peeing in my pants a bit here.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking on Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, I've been doing
We
that.
so have to play that game.
Yep, we do. But yeah, that's definitely
Not yet.
Not yet. Alright, that's all the articles I had for this week. There wasn't really that many good articles, sadly enough. So we'll go over to next week's game releases. And that means I am going to pause the music, because now it's time to boot up a YouTube page for being able to look at the trailers. So, the first one is Shroud of the Avatar, for Forsaken Virtues. It's the first installment of award-winning game designer Richard Garrott's new version of role-playing games and represent reinvention of classic fantasy RPG. Doesn't sound that bad, actually.
What was the name, sir?
Shroud of the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues. I am going to boot up.
Let us see.
Let's see, there's a trailer. Rainfall.
Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path, and leave a trail. 35 years ago, Lord British brought us one of the first computer role-playing games ever, and forged one of the longest-running fantasy game series ever, Ultima. 17 years ago, he reinvented the role-playing game with one of the very first virtual worlds, Ultima Online. Lord British is out to do it again with the first crowd-funded and crowdsourced selective multiplayer role-playing game, Shroud of the Avatar.
Looks nice.
Play solo offline to experience the storytelling you can only find in a classic Ultima, or play online in one of the 3 modes: solo, friends, or open, in one massive shared world where you control who you play with. Quest and fight your way through an epic adventure in a vast, multi-scaled world. Shroud of the Avatar isn't just about an adventure. It is about creating another life in a fantasy world. The game is truly player-driven, with the best gear made by the players, sold in businesses run by players, all in buildings placed by players. Join our team that includes Richard Garriott, also known as Lord British, Ultima Online Director Star Long, New York Times best-selling fantasy author Tracy Hickman, a team of industry veterans, and most importantly, tens of thousands of backers just like you. Become a backer now and receive hundreds of unique and rare items while helping shape the world with your feedback. Join us in Shroud of the Avatar, Forsaken Virtues.
Well, doesn't look that bad actually. Do we have a good gameplay that's not that old? Let's see. PvP release 8, White Witch.
White Witch.
Yeah, it looks... Yeah, the graphics aren't the best, but if they have all the features decided in it, well, that usually doesn't give room for the best graphics.
Graphics isn't everything.
No, absolutely. And also you could play it solo or group or open in online mode. That actually leaves quite a good impression for me.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely looks like something to look forward to. Otherwise, next up is Rise, Son of Rome, released in the United Kingdom for PC.
Ooh.
And Rise we have seen gameplay of before. It's not the most recent game. It was released 22nd of November last year, I believe, for consoles. So it's not the most recent game of the list, but it's definitely worth noting that it's going to be released. It's made by Crytek. Many people have said that Rise is a really good game, those that have played it. I haven't seen anything of it more than the trailers themselves.
I haven't heard anything from my friends about it, so...
No, I have one friend at work that usually buys all the hot titles every month. He pre-orders mostly everything that's a hot title and try it out and usually then sell it afterwards.
Why not?
Yeah. But yeah, the game itself looks nice at least. And I heard a lot of good about it, so... I'm not going to disregard it as another Roman game that doesn't really cut it. Because we have had a lot of those.
Yeah, one or two, maybe.
The last really good Roman game I played was the... Oh, what's it called? Clash of the Titans, or what is it? The RPG game. The old one.
I believe so.
Yeah, I have it on Steam somewhere at least.
What don't you have on Steam somewhere?
A lot of things. Hello, Jewel. How you doing?
You don't have Jewel on Steam.
Very true. No, Rise, Son of Rome. It's out now and also released in the UK now then. Looks really nice. Okay, otherwise Eternal Winter. Doesn't have a description really. No, no description, no reviews, no news, nothing. Not even a video. Alright, that's that. If My Heart Had Wings.
I don't know. If my heart had wings, sir. Okay, let's see. Eternal winter. Whoa. I ride a sled. Ooh.
Yeah. Alright, let's
That's
put
all I
up the
do.
YouTube again. Let's search for the Eternal Winter, see what that's all about.
Okay. Okay.
Is this it? Not really, no.
I'm looking at a sled, sir.
Very excited for the Dragon Age Inquisition? Yeah, a bit.
A wee bit.
A wee bit.
A wee bit. I sprained my hand, but other than that, I'm awesome.
Alright.
How did you sprain your hand, sir? What did you do?
Okay, it looks just...
Yeah, I was like, what the fuzz?
I have no idea what this is.
I'm not impressed, sir.
No, I don't even know. Alright, next one was If My Heart Had Wings.
Aw, romantic.
You fell down a whole flight of stairs.
Why? Why would you do that?
Why would you do such a thing?
If my heart had wings. I found a song, sir.
Rated T for teens. There's no audio. Okay. Kono osora ni tsubasa wo hagitaro.
I see where this is going, sir.
So do I.
I like it.
I'm not sure. It seems to be a dating sim.
Banshika, wow, wow.
Well, it might not be that kind of dating sim, you know.
Well, it depends how you date.
Probably.
I'll take the one in the middle, sir.
There was a lot in the middle.
Okay. Well, you know, it can be
Alright.
fun.
So it's an animated visual novel.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, alright.
Well, why not?
I've seen worse, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Okay, Luna Shattered Heart, Episode 1. Centers around two main characters who have both done terrible things or undergo a metamorphosis of self-centered disasters into the heroes that can, and then trades off. Let's see if we can find a trailer of that. Luna Shattered Heart. I don't want the gameplay, I would like a trailer. Kickstarter trailer, there we go. It was 7 minutes long. Have you heard of the game Long Dark? No, not really. Okay. His tribe destroyed.
Destroy.
Destroyed, I say. Lost. In the underworld.
Ah.
He must fight to survive.
Hello.
He must fight to protect.
Well, yeah,
He
mate.
must fight to redeem
One man
his past
is his
and
present.
save the future.
Dun dun dun.
But he can't do it alone.
Aw, he's lame. He can't do it alone. He's lame.
Yeah, lame-o. Or the Game of Thrones that the game Telltale is making. Yeah, that I saw about. But right, Luna, it seems to be some kind of platform fighting game.
Yeah. Dime a dozen.
Eh. Doesn't look too bad, at least.
Yeah.
It's a Kickstarter game, so. And also a game named Shodengi Striker.
Striker, you say?
Mm-hmm. See what we can find. All ages version, okay? Fine. That means there's a non-all ages version as well?
It has to be.
Is it some kind of fighting game?
Maybe.
Oh.
Aww.
There's a anime intro on it at least.
Ooh. Fighting game.
Yeah, we guess so. I'm not sure.
Anime girls. Kazumi in Dead or Alive.
Dengi Striker on the scene. Okay. There's some narration.
I sense an upcoming top 10.
What? Top 10?
Hottest girls in video game.
Yeah, that will have to do. Have you ever heard of the game Cave Game? No, not really. Okay, so there's a lot of narration. And we get to some kind of actual gameplay.
No.
Well, this is actual gameplay, but you know what I mean!
You know.
Okay. Well, it seems to be some kind of narrative experience.
Yeah. And then.
No, that's it. That's as much as I got from those 11 minutes. It seems to be some kind of narrative experience. Okay, fine. We used to go a game called Cave Game in our development stage. Oh, didn't know that actually. Alright, on Tuesday then, Tales from the Borderlands is released. In the US for Xbox 360. I was like, what? Only for the Xbox 360?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, Tales of the Borderlands looks like a really good game actually. Telltale usually does good games.
Alright, kiddos, I know you're all excited to watch a new trailer and whatnot, but there's a lot of unanswered questions about the chronological blah 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 about this game. So let's just get to it. The story goes something like this. Borderlands, which I wasn't in, Borderlands the sequel, which is where my story starts, and is currently available.
Okay, so this is going to be between Borderlands and Borderlands 2.
Have we got it?
No, this is going to be directly... Wait. The timeline is Borderlands, Borderlands the pre-sequel, then Borderlands 2, and then Tales from the Borderlands. Okay? Fine.
Yeah.
Have we got it? Everyone good? Can we start the freaking trailer?
Are you sure? Is that enough, sir?
According to me nowadays. I want you to know the
Come
promotion
on.
that you worked so hard to get.
And it's the classical cell shading of the game at least, so I'm happy with that. No, I will play this, definitely.
One of us moves up, we all move up.
This latest scam was our biggest yet. The one
Fiona!
Fiona!
Oh, there's a character named Fiona in this. I'm going to not be able to play this game without that reference being made every 10 minutes or something.
Fiona!
Fiona! You're excited for The Walking Dead Season 3? Yeah, I believe most people are.
Not me, sir.
No, neither am I right now, but I haven't played it that much either, so... Alright, next up is Person of Q, Shadow of the Labyrinth, which is a new personal title for 3DS. I'm going to say that I haven't played that much of Persona games. I played a few, but not most of them. Still haven't played it, Wall, no.
No.
Someday I will, maybe?
Maybe.
I don't know when, though. I still haven't played out Fable, so... I played the first episode and that's it. I need to buy the whole set.
In time, our young Padawans.
Two worlds united through time and space. Persona 3, Persona 4.
One opportunity.
A strange encounter.
Meh. Usually is.
A new labyrinth. Now most of the Persona games I played was on PS2.
PS2.
Alright, that seems good enough for being a Persona game at least. No, I played the darker ones on the Persona games. I don't remember the name of them now, but you play as one of the demons more or less. Alright. Next is Akiba Strip, Undead and Undressed.
Ooh! I'm liking it, sir.
You like it already. Alright, let's see what they have to say about it. Akiba Strip, Undead and Undressed is an open-world action RPG which plays numerous missions in a virtual recreation of Akira Tokyo's popular Electric Town district.
You don't want to see gameplay on this.
You sure?
Oh my.
Did you YouTube it?
Yeah.
Was it non-PG?
Well, it was a bit undressed from time to time.
Didn't that already come out? Which?
Ooh. A little bit of cuddling.
Trailer, please. Okay. Like this. It's rated M for mature. I don't know why.
What the fuck? Okay.
Oh, rest in peace. What?
Let me get this
This looks like
Go
fun.
apply for some shady as hell job where your employer somehow drugs you and turns you into a monster.
They rip each other's clothes off in combat.
Nice.
You are seriously the world heavyweight champion of dumbass.
Whoops, there goes the pants.
My blood.
Please drink my blood. What? Not my. Oh hell yeah! Oh.
I'm sure it was nothing.
I really would like to know if Twitch would accept this as being played, or if it would be too much sexual content.
With a high quality 3D next to you.
What the hell?
What the I'm wanting this game, sir.
I do too, actually.
I want to play this.
Hey, we don't talk about that.
What the up.
They're hunting for something. But you
Oh
refused to be
my.
followed, didn't you? You rejected them and fled. Why is
I'm actually not seeing this as a bad game. This actually looks kind of awesome.
Did you miss me, my dear little sheep?
We must have it.
I do. I need this. This looks freaking awesome.
There've been
Yeah.
like a million flips about it.
Okay, I'm adding this to my must playlist. Definitely. What was it released for? It was released for PS4
And PS3.
and PS3. Oh, awesome. That's definitely added to my must playlist. Okay, next up is Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions. New evolution of fast-paced, frenetic Geometry Wars gameplay fans have come to love. Isn't that just fast-paced space combat or something?
$40 on Amazon.
Okay, it isn't on PS Network.
I don't know. I don't have a PS, you know. I
No.
can't look. But should be.
I hope so.
I'm gonna fight you, sir. I'm gonna rip your clothes off. I like it.
Okay,
I
let's
love
see.
the idea.
Let's see what gameplay we have in this.
Games, and today I am joined by Craig. Craig is from Lucid Games and is also the creative director on Geometry Wars 3 Dimensions
Oh my.
that people are curious about. Let me just try to goad these dudes into passive mode.
Okay, this looks
Knowing where the spawn
lame. Okay, definitely not my kind of game.
really building up how crazy the levels are. We started with the flattest ones, and I'm sure by the end of
But I believe some people would like it. Alright, Thomas Was Alone
Aww.
is released for Wii U.
He was alone.
EverQuest 2 Altar of Malice for PC. Isn't that already out?
I'm not sure, I believe.
Yeah, 2004, November 8th. So it's probably a re-release for some kind of platform.
Yeah.
Alright, next up is Penguins of Madagascar for Wii in US. Space Salvager for PC in the US. Wednesday, Middle-earth Shadows of Mordor is released for the Xbox 360 and the PS3. Lego Batman Beyond Gotham is released for PC, Xbox 360, PS3 and everything else. Let's check that out actually. Beyond Gotham.
One
Gotham.
Gotham.
Let's see then. Lego Batman Beyond Gotham trailer. I haven't played a Lego game in ages. They are quite fun though. Be afraid!
How about no?
No.
I don't want to be afraid.
Without fear. No good without evil.
Okay.
I'm not going to be afraid, sir. I want to rip your clothes off.
Threatens the universe.
Well, I'm not afraid of that.
Must become
I feel rather excited.
How am I?
undefeatable. Is to assemble the ultimate team.
I'm so gonna tickle you.
Batman, it's that same thing that happened to you.
Run away.
Okay.
If we had a full-size crystal and the power
Let's shout in the stream.
Let's shout in the stream!
Let's shout! You will! Answer me!
Lego Batman 3 Beyond Gotham.
Alive. I know. I love that he isn't
Yeah,
dead.
well,
How about a hug?
What is going on with everybody?
Long story.
Okay, looks weird.
well.
But not that bad. Okay, Little Big Planet 3 Extras Edition released.
Little Big Planet.
Yep. Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon is released. For PC. Monopoly Plus for Xbone. Aqua Kitty, Milk Mine Defender DX
Well, my Defender.
for Vita and PS4. Now let's see. Oh my, that looks really nice actually. Raven's Cry is released for PC in the US in Europe, and it's a pirate-themed strategy game set in the 17th century of East India Company. That actually does not look that bad.
Oh, that's actually kind of good.
Let's see a trailer of it.
A trailer, sir.
Trailer Vault.
Trailervault.com.
Topware Interactive. I haven't seen that in a while.
True. Oh, come on.
Octane
Come on.
Games.
There we go. Now, where am I supposed to go?
I scrubbed for hours and the blood didn't come off.
You're the woman I want.
Task.
You're wrapping it back.
At least you left me with one good hand to do it with. I passed out from the pain. My mother's body was cold. Even at 6, she felt tiny in my arms. My father, well, can't say I was sad to see the old bastard go.
Alright.
Yet you still owe me a debt for him. A debt I have come to collect. I only take one form of currency.
Your life.
Never kill no boys.
Okay, can we get to see some gameplay of that maybe?
Maybe.
Raven's Cry gameplay trailer. Nice. I must say it looks really nice on the trailers at least, but I really want to see some regular gameplay. That would up the... Okay, so there's some in-city combat.
Yeah. And then...
That's what I'm hoping to see.
Who's the veiled captain?
Wasn't much shown about the sea battles, but alright, it looks nice enough. Probably something that will be rather good if you like pirate games. Let's see. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is released in the UK. It'll Do is a classic adventure game that lets you experience devious puzzle, timeless gameplays, and a lot of exploration for the Wii U. That enough? Is it only released for the Wii U? No, it's also released for PC. It was released 2013. So it's a re-release for Wii U. Okay, nothing really much there. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U, released in the Europe. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby is released in Europe now. Persona Q Shadow of the Labyrinth is released in Europe on Friday. Escape Dead Island is released in the UK for X360, PS3 and PC. Adventure Time, The Secret of Nameless Kingdom that we looked at last week is released for 3DS, PS3 and Xbox 360. Nothing really that much. Teslagrad, Shadows Heretic Kingdom. And Saturday is Smash Bros. Wii U UK. And Sonic Boom, Rise of the Lyrics, and Shattered Crystals.
Sonic Boom!
Yeah, definitely. Alright, well, if I had to say something, Shroud of the Avatar looked really nice. And Akiba's strip undead and undressed.
For obvious reasons.
Yes. Otherwise, I would say that Lego Batman was probably the other thing that looked good. So, not a lot of releases next week, sadly enough. But enough to keep one covered for a week if you're looking for a new game. Alright. But that's it for the next week's game releases. So, time for the nostalgia review.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Of course you do.
It's like, aww.
Alright, so this week's nostalgia review is of Crash Bandicoot, the first game. It was first released on PS1 1996, actually before Final Fantasy VII, which was released 1998. Was released on PlayStation Network 2007 for PS3. The middle ranking of this game is actually 8 out of 10, still going strong.
That's really good.
Yeah. An Eastern Bard. He is an Eastern Bard Bandicoot mutated by Dr. Neo Cortex, who is also the main antagonist of the series, with his henchman Dr. Nitrous Brio.
Ooh, yeah.
And the aim is to rescue another mutated Bandicoot named Tawna. Has also been named the best, one of the best-selling PlayStation video games of all time. Isn't really that weird.
No.
I mean, this gameplay is just epic. And it's a platforming game where you usually go through different stages. I believe the first game has 3 different islands which you traverse. There's also bonus game rounds if you collect all the correct things. And or is it that you go on platforms? Yeah, you go on platforms. That's what you do. Otherwise, I don't know what more to say about this game, more than that you can spin and it's awesome. And it's a real classic. I think, is there 3 games of this?
I believe there is 3 games.
3 classic games at least, if there's been any new releases. The PlayStation 1 had.
Isn't there 1 Crash Bandicoot 1, Crash Bandicoot 2?
Yeah, and Crash Bandicoot Warped.
Yeah. And then there was Crash Team Racing.
Yeah, and I think they made a new release, a new game, recently. Released for Xbox 360 and PS3. But I'm not guaranteeing anything of that. Because I don't have that data in front of me right now, but let's take a look. Let's take a look-see.
Look-see.
Let's see, Crash Bandicoot Wikipedia. Games, main series. Let's see, Crash Bandicoot was released for PlayStation. Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back for PlayStation. Crash Bandicoot Warped for PlayStation.
For some reason, I thought you said anus.
What?
Say, what?
Crash Bandicoot The Wrath of Cortex was released for PlayStation 2. Crash Twinsanity was also released for PlayStation 2. Crash of the Titans was released for PlayStation 2, Xbox 360, Game Boy Advance, Wii, PlayStation Portable, and Nintendo DS. And Crash Mind Over Mutant was released for PlayStation 2, PlayStation Portable, Xbox 360, Wii, and Nintendo DS. And also a lot of spin-offs and stuff like that. And there's also been some cancelled games over the years. But alright. There's actually quite a lot of games. Was developed by Naughty Dog, Eurocon, Traveler's Tales, Variation Visions, Dims, Renegade Kind, Radical Entertainment, and High Impact Games. Activision is the one that owns them now. Okay, that's nice enough. I don't think there's much more to say about that game, more than if you haven't played it, play it, because it's awesome.
The first game.
Yeah. The first game is the most epic one. I like the third one as well, that's also an epic game.
I played the first and the racing one.
Yeah. Alright, we're going over to the top 10. Be aware that the video in the background does not have anything to do with the top 10 list.
It's just for entertainment.
It's just for visual purposes.
Ooh, a video for visual purpose.
Yes.
Oh my!
Alright, so should I start with my top 10 list of games that have affected me when I grew up?
Oh, have you grown up, sir?
No, not really, but I gotten older.
True.
Yeah. Alright, the top 10 list this week contains of games that affected us while we were growing up. Those that have had the highest impact on us. And to begin my list then, I'm starting this off with the Suikoden game from 1995. Because that was what got me started on the JRPG genre real heavy. Contrary to Final Fantasy VII, which is most people's entry in this.
Later top 10.
Later top 10. Alright. Next up is Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templar, which was my entry to the point and click genre. Which also started on PlayStation. Most games actually started on PlayStation. Next up is Diablo, which started me on the Western RPG games, which also was PlayStation for the reference.
That's a two-player game, actually.
Yeah, it is.
Diablo on PS1 is two-player.
Yeah. It was awesome. I played it in Swedish as well.
Yeah.
Then it's Duke Nukem 3D, which was my first shooter ever, and that was far before PlayStation 1's time.
Yeah, a wee bit.
But that was my introduction to shooter games. Next up is Quake, which was my first multiplayer shooter game, which also was an epic topic, because who couldn't love rocket jumps? Next up is Zelda, A Link to the Past, because it got me introduced to the most epic game series I ever played. Zelda games has always been a high favorite of mine. Next up is Silent Hill, which was my introduction to horror gaming. Contrary to Resident Evil, which is most people's introduction in our age. Next up is RuneScape, which was my introduction to MMORPGs. That was back in the day, far back in the day when it was actually
now we're
new.
talking back in the day. People will be like, what the fuck is RuneScape?
That's actually real popular still, it's real scary. I checked out top 10 of Twitch the other day and it was actually on that.
Well, it's still going strong.
It's still going. Yeah,
it will always be there.
Yeah, it will always be there. I think it's the most played MMORPG still.
Yeah.
I think it tops WoW actually.
Yeah. It infects WoW players.
Yeah.
They're so cranky about it. WoW started MMOs. No, it didn't.
No, and RuneScape did. RuneScape did not either. I think there was something before that as well.
Yeah, it was before, but RuneScape came before WoW, and it's hurting insane WoW players.
Yeah, I know. So butthurt.
Yeah. So fun though.
Oh yes, it is. All right, but that was my start to the MMO world back in the day. Next up is Super Mario Bros, which was one of the first games I ever played. I played games before that I don't remember, but I had, as I've been told, Commodore 64 when I was really small. Don't remember any games on that though.
I know.
Otherwise, Super Mario Kart is the last game that actually affected me, because that was the first multiplayer game that I ever played that I remember. Which basically meant that one friend and I sat in a sofa, played a game, and hit another on the shoulder, trying to cheat us other's way to the win.
You didn't jank the controller out?
That happened. Ain't gonna win. Yank. But alright, so that's my list. Cicada series, Broken Sword series, Diablo, Duke Nukem 3D, Quake, Zelda: Link to the Past, Silent Hill, RuneScape, Super Mario Bros. And Super Mario Kart. I leave it over to you.
Ooh, I have a list, sir. Let's see. The first one. Super Mario Bros. 1.
Alright.
Same as you. It was the first game I ever played that I have memory of playing, actually, so...
Yeah.
So, it was an epic game back then.
Definitely.
And the next game, no shocker, Final Fantasy 7.
Definitely.
It took me to the RPG world, and I haven't turned back since.
Hard to turn back.
Back in the days, Wall and me were kind of old school gamers. We're old. Back in the days, Final Fantasy 7, we were like, oh, fucking hell, look at that graphic. It's awesome.
Definitely.
That says something about the game now.
Yeah, it was a real turnabout for the graphics.
Yeah.
It was really impressive for its time with the polygraphs and everything.
Nowadays, blockhead.
Yeah. The reason why I choose Cicada for my list was because that was actually the first RPG game I played for the PS3 that actually got me hooked, which actually made me buy Final Fantasy 7.
It's an epic game. Next one, GoldenEye for Nintendo 64.
Oh, definitely a classic.
Shoot 'em up, multiplayer goddess.
Yep.
How many nights, weekends? Oof. Have you played this?
Too many, sir. Too many. Too bad it didn't age with style.
But I still have a Nintendo 64 with 4 controllers and GoldenEye Mario Kart.
Nice.
It will always be there for those evenings.
Yep.
Next one, Metal Gear Solid for PlayStation. That's actually the first installment in Metal Gear that I played.
I also
didn't play the Nintendo ones. I played this one first.
Yeah, same with me. I played it first on an emulator than Metal Gear.
Yeah, and then I was like, oh, they made more games earlier.
Yeah.
But this was the first installment in this type of gaming. The more sneaky gaming. And my equivalent to Wall's Duke Nukem 3D is Wolfenstein 3D.
Which was
my
released.
first shoot 'em up game.
I think they were released on the around the same time as well.
Yeah. Who wouldn't like shooting Hitler? Back in the days.
Back in the days.
Next game. Ice hockey on Nintendo 8-bit.
Oh my god!
2-player freaking action.
That it was.
Oh, you get the chubby players and they bump all over each other and you shoot and you score and you cheat and you... And...
I think I played the football one first actually. Before the hockey one. That was also an epic time.
Yeah, and now for the next one. I don't know if you remember this. Cheops. When you went in school. Mathematics. The Cheops pyramid. The
Oh, right, yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It was kind of a competition. Me and my mates, we were rather good at math.
Yeah.
So we were competing who would get the furthest in this game.
Oh, nice.
So it was kind of a big thing. And now the next one, who got me hooked into MMOs. I wonder what it could be.
The butthurt ones!
The butthurt WoW players, World of Warcraft.
I'm surprised that you didn't get hooked into RuneScape, actually.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't into. I was a late bloomer in MMOs, actually.
Well,
I was into RPGs, not MMO RPGs at first.
no.
And then I was like, playing WoW and like, this is fun. And then I was hooked. I'm playing it right now, so as we're speaking.
That we need to do. That's next week tops list. Top 10 MMORPGs.
Oh, fuck! You know how hard that would be?
Yes. Also, how hard and easy it will be because so much crap to filter out.
Yeah. Oh my. Okay, next game. Command and Conquer. The first one on the PlayStation.
Yeah.
First Command and Conquer got me hooked on strategy games, actually.
Definitely a great game.
I remember the sheets you made for the ion cannon and airstrikes and all
Wasn't
the
it,
sound effects.
Wasn't it that it said square and X and everything, and it was a little tab on the side that you actually had to put them in? For the sheets? Or was that a later game?
That was later, I think. It was up, down, down, left, right, blah, blah, something else. So, and then you got the ion cannon. You were cheating all the time. I believe Wall is checking up on something.
Yeah, I'm checking up on the Command and Conquer one. How it looked.
So old school. Actually, one of the best games I played on PlayStation. Actually, just for the sounds. The sound effect was awesome.
The sound effect, the gameplay.
Yeah.
But if I had to say one game that actually changed strategy gaming for me, that was probably Age of Empires for me.
Oh, Age of Empires. Speaking of cheats.
Yeah, definitely. Big Daddy!
I have a rocket launcher car.
Yep.
Yeah. And the last game.
Yep.
Quake 1.
Quake 1.
Multiplayer shoot 'em up. Goddess rocket jump.
You don't get any better than Quake 1.
Yeah. Actually, we were speaking, or rather, I was taking it up to play Quake 1 someday. And a big shout out to people now if you want to join.
Definitely.
Because there is Quake 1 live, so there's no hard times to bringing that up.
Yeah, definitely. Other than that, if we can't get Quake 1 to work, we can do Quake Live, which is basically the same thing today.
Yeah. Just old school rocket jumping and frag killing.
Yeah, definitely. You know what we need to do? We need to get a Command and Conquer game that we can play. A real one. Not the Red Alert 3 that doesn't work.
Yeah, we need to check that out.
Alright, so that's your top 10 list?
Yeah, that's my top 10.
Alright, then let's go over to the future plan section.
Future it is.
Well, mostly I'm going to finish up Randall's Monday, so I can start on something new there.
Yeah, you can do that on Monday, actually.
I hope so.
Because I'm going to be in Forshaga tomorrow, so you can play it.
Right.
Monday on Monday.
Yeah. This is the next thing I'm going to state, and that is the weekday streams, except Friday, is going to be very erratic, as they have been the last weeks. I'm not going to state which day I'm going to stream or which hours. It's mostly going to be if I stream, I stream on weekdays. The set times are going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings like we're doing now. Friday and Saturday is going to be games, and Sunday evening is going to be the weekly news. And if there are any streams during the week or on Saturday, Sunday morning, which there also happens to be sometimes, that would be that. All of that will be extra streams, more or less.
And it will be announced.
Yeah, I will announce it about 2 hours before on Twitter, except on the morning streams on.
Yeah, the morning streams. If we're on, we're gonna announce it when.
Yeah, it's going to be around 10 minutes forewarning or something like. Yeah,
Yeah.
morning stream is on.
Yeah, it's morning, people. Let's
Yeah.
game.
Mostly because my work right now has been really stressful, and some evenings I just don't have any energy left. So
Yeah, I know work is hard today.
fuck you. So basically that's that. But the weekly streams will not be gone. They will just be a little bit more erratic and unplanned. They will just be announced around 5 when I go home from work. That they will start at 7 as usual.
Yeah.
Alright, that's it for the future plans. Do we have anything to add tonight?
And tonight, well, it's Sunday.
That it is.
Uh,
No, nothing much. Well, we usually keep this around 1 hour, so that's a good thing. So, I would say thank you everyone who has been watching tonight, and thank you everyone on the YouTube who has checked this out, and if you like it, please leave a like and subscribe. Otherwise, I hope everyone has a great evening, and we'll see you all next time. Night night.
bye.